Hari Om. My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Tripura Rahasya, the secrets of three cities. Today, we are going to take the today. It's okay. Today, we are going to take up the first chapter of Tripura Rahasya. The first chapter of Tripura Rahasya is the teaching of Haritayana to Narada. Haritayana to Narada. Okay. I have told the background of the story. Haritayana, the sage Haritayana, received the teachings from the Avatar Purusha Dattatreya. And he forgot the teaching. One day, Brahmaji sends Narada to Haritayana. Haritayana was doing his worship in Meenakshi temple, Meenakshi Ammal temple in South India. Meenakshi Ammal temple is a very old temple. So Haritayana, Narada sends to Narada comes to Haritayana and tells Haritayana, you have very important knowledge which is required for the world. You have to teach that to everybody in the world. Haritayana says, I don't remember. Then Brahmaji gives the blessing. Then Haritayana starts remembering the teaching of Tripura Rahasya, what he received from Parashurama, the Avatar Purusha, Parashurama. So the teaching starts. I salute to Omkara. It starts with Omkara. Om. Om is Brahman. Om is nature of bliss. Om is the primal cause of the universe. Om is one with the Parabrahma, the supreme reality. The supreme reality Parabrahma, he shines in the consciousness. The consciousness reflects the universe. The one reality of Parabrahma appears as a manifest reality of the universe. Narada said, the Haritayana said, I am going to tell you the greatness of Sri Tripura, the greatness of the Divine Mother. Divine Mother is Tripura or Bhuvaneshwari or Lalitambika. The entire teaching of the Tripura Rahasya is teaching about Jagannatha or the Divine Mother, Bhuvaneshwari, Jagadambika. Then Haritayana starts giving the teaching. So, Tripura means three cities. Which are the three cities? Waking, the gross body, subtle body, causal body. And Tripurambika, the Jagannatha, stays beyond these bodies, stays within and beyond these bodies. She is called Tripura Sundari. The most beautiful Tripura Sundari is Jaganmata, Jagadamba. In the beginning, the entire creation is in a state of causal state, right? This creation itself goes through cycle, laya, which means there's nothing, then shashti, then maintenance, sthiti, and then samhara, destruction, and it goes back to causal state. In the causal state, what is there? Nothing is there. It's like almost like deep sleep state of us. The universe also goes through like a deep sleep state where there's nothing. But in that nothingness, there is Adi Parashakti, Jaganmata, and Parameshwara. They are one. The supreme reality of Parashakti and Parameshwara, they are one. Parameshwara and Parashakti are beyond creation. Parameshwari, Jaganmata, sees this creation in a state of causal state or state of dissolution. All the living beings are in a state of causal, are in their original state, are in the dormant state. You can imagine the seeds are there, the seeds of the plants. Okay, the seeds of the plants are kept in the house. The plants are, the seed has to grow into a plant and to a tree. The seed has to express its potential. Unless the gardener comes and puts the seed into the ground and puts fertilizer and water, the seed cannot grow into a plant and tree. The seed cannot grow to its potential. The seed is the potential form. The plant is the expression of the seed. The seed has a desire to grow into a plant, but it requires a circumstances, environment for it to grow. Jaganmata, Lalitambika decides all the living beings are in a very seed condition. They need an environment to grow. They need a place to grow. They need a situation to grow, express themselves, experience themselves, expand themselves. Otherwise, their potential will be hidden. So she projects the universe. Universe consisting of several lokas. It is said that 14 lokas are there. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Patala. These planes of experience, lokas are the planes of experience, are projected for all living beings to experience. If you don't have a place to experience yourself, then the expression doesn't happen. The potential doesn't become manifest. So that's why she projects the entire universe of many lokas. And she becomes the ruler of the universe. The universe is just projected, but it should be ruled also, the maintained also. So like that, the creation happens, and then she becomes the divine mother, takes the form in each of the universes to maintain the creation. You can imagine it's like a mother. The child in the womb of the mother is in a dormant condition. The child's potential has to express. The mother carries the child in the womb. Then the child takes birth. And mother provides the support for the child. Mother teaches the child how to walk, how to talk, how to play, and helps the child to grow up. If the mother doesn't provide the environment, the potential of the child is not expressed. The Divine Mother, out of compassion and love for all living beings, provides the ground for experiencing the worlds, various environments, where the jiva, individual soul, in a very seed form, can expand, experience, express. What is the purpose? Each soul, each jiva is potentially divine, potentially Shiva and Shakti. Potentially divine mother is there in the jiva, but that jiva has to discover that, individual has to discover that. For that, it has to express, experience, and expand before it can realize the inner nature. That's why we go through a lot of lives of evolution from small animal. Each jiva, each of us have gone through evolution, going through many millions of lifetimes, starting from amoeba all the way up to human form. It is a long, long journey. In each lifetime, we experience various aspects of creation and learn from that and then grow. So this is what, and Lalitambika, Jagannatha, is the one who has projected this entire universe, and she has become the ruler of the universe in every level. So that's how she is called Tripura Sundari, the most beautiful one. Sundari means beautiful one. Tripura means three bodies: waking state body, dream state body, deep state body. Beyond that body, Tripura Sundari is there, the Divine Mother is there. The Divine Mother projects the universe and shows the child, this is the universe. Experience yourself, express yourself, expand yourself. So now, with that introduction, Haritayana tells Narada. Now, Haritayana has started telling Narada Tripura Rahasya, because Narada is the one who asked it. Narada Muni. So he says, now I am going to teach you Jnana Kanda. Tripura Rahasya has three kandas, three sections. First is Mahatmya Kanda, divine glory. First chapter, 6,000 shlokas. Second chapter is Jnana Kanda, the section on wisdom, Atma Jnana. So I'm going to tell you the Atma Jnana. 2,000 sections, 2,000 slokas. And then there is a third section which is called Charya Kanda, or how do we live in the world? How we have to live in the world. The Charya Kanda is lost to the humankind. It's not available. So Jnana Kanda is what he is going to teach now. That's, he says, Jnana Kanda of Tripura Rahasya is the sacred teaching. Okay. Hearing this Jnana Kanda, every being will be freed from suffering. Jnana Kanda removes the suffering of all beings. Then also he puts another interesting condition. This scripture, Tripura Rahasya, is the essence of Vedanta, of all Puranas, Vaishnava Purana, Shaiva Purana, Shakta Purana, and Pashupada. There are so many scriptures. Now you'll get a doubt. How many things I have to study? Is Tripura Rahasya sufficient? Or something else I have to study? So he says, Haritayana says, Tripura Rahasya is the summary and essence of all the Puranas, all spiritual teachings, including Vedas. If you study Tripura Rahasya, you don't need to, there is no need for studying anything else, because this is a summary of everything else. Now, how is it summary of Vedanta? The Vedanta, Vedic teaching. Vedic teaching is called Vedanta. So Vedanta says the entire world is a projection of Maya Shakti or Brahman. Brahman is the supreme reality. Maya Shakti is the power of Brahman which projects the entire universe. Brahman and Maya Shakti are one. The same Maya Shakti here is called Shiva and Shakti. The same Vedantic teaching is told in a different way. Okay. But The Vedanta, the Brahman is approached through Divine Mother here. The Shiva is approached to Divine Mother. So that is the teaching of Vedic teaching. Vaishnava teaching is Vishnu and Lakshmi are the sustainer of the world. Sriman Narayana and Lakshmi. They are the Parabrahma. Parabrahma of Sri Narayana and Lakshmi. So Sriman Narayana and Lakshmi take the form of Ishvara, Bhagavan Mahavishnu and Lakshmi for ruling the world. Tripura Rahasya speaks about same Mahalakshmi. Sri Lalitambika or Divine Mother, Absolute Reality, takes three forms. Lakshmi, Saraswati and Kali for creation, sustenance and maintenance. So Tripura Rahasya is not deviating from the spiritual text. It's only giving summary of spiritual text. So by reading Tripura Rahasya, you are also reading the essence of all Upanishad and Vedanta. That's the first assurance to us. Because when we start studying something, oh, how many things I have to study? Okay, this one subject. How many subjects I have to study? Should I study Upanishad? Should I study Veda? That question will come. So this gives this is the summary of all teachings. The teaching of Tripura Rahasya is most beautiful and simple. The entire teaching of spirituality of Vedanta Upanishad is made into a simple form by Dattatreya, Bhagavan Dattatreya, and taught to Parashurama. It is told in the form of stories. Okay. What is abstract truth, what we cannot understand, is told in the form of so many small stories and illustrations, so that anybody on the earth can understand the spiritual truths. So that's why Tripura Rahasya is a blessing given by Bhagavan Dattatreya to Parashurama, and Parashurama gave it to me. My Guru Parashurama gave it to me. So says Haritayana. He says one more thing. If somebody says after listening to Tripura Rahasya, he says, I don't understand the truth. He is misfortunate. There's nothing being misfortunate than listening to Tripura Rahasya and not understanding the truth. He's almost like a stone. Everybody can understand the highest teaching of spirituality through Tripura Rahasya. That's the beauty of Tripura Rahasya. The highest truth is made simple. Anybody can understand this because the teaching is given in the form of the stories, illustrations, which appeal to every human being. Then he starts the teaching. Gnanakanda. This is called Gnanakanda or path of knowledge. So Parashurama, now that Haritayana is telling the story of his guru. What happened to his guru? Guru Parashurama. Parashurama you have heard, right? So he was an angry man. Parashurama was the avatar of Bhagavan Vishnu. Parashurama's father Jamadagni was killed by Kshatriyas called Kartivirajuna. Parashurama's father Jamadagni was a great saint. His wife was Renuka. Jamadagni was killed by Kartivirajuna, the king of that place. Parashurama is very angry, looking at the death of his father. He takes an axe and goes on a world tour, fighting with every Kshatriya, every warrior, and destroying. He says Kshatriyas are not ruling the world. They are becoming adharmic. They have lost dharma. So I'll destroy the entire world of Kshatriya race. The whole world should be cleaned of the rulers called Kshatriya. So he goes around the world 21 times, finding every clan of Kshatriya and destroys them. He should understand the anger of that man, Parashurama. Then he finally comes to Sri Ramachandra, marriage of Ramachandra. Ramachandra was last remaining Kshatriya. He challenges Rama to fight with him. And Rama, Sri Ramachandra, he fights with Parashurama and defeats Parashurama. Sri Ramachandra is the next avatara. Parashurama is the old avatara. Avatara time is over. So there is a charge handover. Parashurama is handing over the charge to Sri Ramachandra. But even though he is the avatar, Parashurama is depressed now. He is tremendously depressed. Can you imagine avatar being depressed? A avatar is incarnation. Okay. When the avatar is born, they come with a purpose. The purpose of Parashurama Avatara is to clean up the Kshatriyas who have become adharmic. But in the process of doing that, he doesn't remember his original nature. He is Parabrahma himself. He doesn't remember. Even Parashurama requires a teaching. Avatars also requires a teaching from the Guru. That's the importance of the spiritual teaching. Sri Ramachandra, who is the avatar of Bhagavan Vishnu himself, when he was young, he was going through, he studied in Gurukula, and then after study of Gurukula, they are asked to go all around the world, all around the country, to all the Tirtha Kshetras. It's like an educational tour. Nowadays, we call it educational tour. The students are asked to go to all places, holy places in India, and go back to the kingdom. Sri Ramachandra goes to all holy places. Then he finds that everybody is unhappy. There's a suffering in the world. He doesn't see anybody who is really free from suffering. Seeing that, Sri Ramachandra gets depressed actually. And he comes back to the palace. He is very depressed. The entire world is nothing but a place for suffering. Wherever I have gone to all the holy places, all the cities, everywhere the people are not happy. Everybody is suffering. Is there no joy in the world? This was the worry of a young boy, Ramachandra, 18-year-old boy. And Sri Ramachandra is none other than Bhagavan Vishnu's avatar, incarnation. Imagine if avatar himself gets into depression, what about the other fate of other human beings? Then Vashishta Rishi comes and teaches Sri Ramachandra Atma Jnana, self-knowledge. That becomes the Yoga Vashishta. And Sri Ramachandra comes out of depression and he understands he is Parabrahma himself. But he has taken an avatar incarnation to show the path of Dharma to the world. And after that, he starts taking up, starts playing a role in the world. He gets a clarity. So even though Parashurama is Avatar Purusha, he is actually forgotten. See, to fight the war, you require anger, rage. 21 times, imagine he has gone around the world 21 times, killing all the Kshatriyas. Then finally he got defeated by Rama. Then he is now depressed. Earlier he was angry, now he is depressed. Anger and depression are there. So, what is the solution for anger and depression? He makes a sage called Samavarta, a Rishi called Samavarta. Samavarta understands Parashurama's situation. Okay, and he gives him Atma Jnana, the self-knowledge he gives to Parashurama. Nothing goes into the head of Parashurama. Samavarta is a great sage, Gnani. He teaches Parashurama Atma Jnana even before he comes to Dattatreya. Parashurama does not understand the self-knowledge is given by Samavarta. Why? There's anger, there's an emotional disturbance. Then Samavarta says, now you go and meet Dattatreya, Bhagavan Dattatreya. Dattatreya is the avatar of Bhagavan Vishnu. And Dattatreya has received the teaching of Tripura Rahasya from Brahmaji. You go and meet Dattatreya, Dattatreya will guide you, Bhagavan Dattatreya will guide you. So he goes to Bhagavan Dattatreya and tells Bhagavan Dattatreya, I am angry, I am depressed. I want to come out of this anger. I want to come out of this depression. What should I do? Sage Samavarta has told me something, Atma Dnana. I'm not able to understand that. Please show me the way. Then Bhagavan Dattatreya, please, then he doesn't even say show the way. Please, can you explain what Samavarta has told me? What Rishi Samavarta has told? Bhagavan Dattatreya doesn't even answer that question. He says, you need the blessings of the Divine Mother. You have to seek the blessings of the Divine Mother. Then he teaches him the Upasana or the meditation of the Divine Mother. Upasana is two types, Bahya Upasana and Antaranga Upasana, the external and internal. You have to worship the Divine Mother externally, and internally you have to meditate on her. Upasana. This Upasana, what Dattatreya told Parashurama, is called Srividya Upasana. Srividya Upasana, the basis of the Srividya Upasana is taught by Bhagavan Dattatreya to Parashurama. Srividya Upasana frees you from your emotional disturbance, frees you from your depression. You have to do Srividya Upasana. Srividya Upasana is a set of practices. There is a mantra given, Shodashakshari mantra. You have to chant the mantra so many times. And there is a set of puja, rituals. There is a set of inner practices. And there is a set of disciplines you have to follow. Bhagavan Dattatreya teaches Srividya Upasana to Parashurama. You have to get the blessings of the Divine Mother. And what is this Srividya Upasana? The Divine Mother. We have to worship the Divine Mother in terms of Shri Yantra. Yantra means, Yantra is a symbol. Yantra is a representation. And you have to meditate on Divine Mother through mantra, Shodashakshari mantra. What is Sri Yantra? So you might have seen a Sri Yantra as on a metal plate with the triangles, various dimensions of triangles, right? Various triangles pointing upwards and downwards. That's called Sri Yantra. This is actually what you call as Meru Sri Yantra. It's a three-dimensional. Meru Sri Yantra is a three-dimensional Sri Yantra. What is this three dimensions? There's a base and then there are various layers, and each layer there's a lotus and triangle. And the top there is a point. You see that? This point is called Bindu. In the Bindu, the Divine Mother, Shakti, Parashakti, and Parameshwara are one. So that from Bindu, the entire creation starts. These are multiple levels of creations or multiple lokas, Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka. Like that, there are lokas, various domains, various regions. And Divine Mother takes the rulership of each of the lokas, each of the regions. So by praying to the Divine Mother and worshipping Divine Mother, we can meditate on and meditating on Divine Mother, one gets the blessings of the Divine Mother, Adi Parashakti. The triangles are of two types, upward pointing triangles and downward pointing triangles. Upward pointing triangles are representing Shiva, downward pointing triangles are representing Shakti. The Shiva and Shakti together is entire creation is all about. The entire creation is divine. It's a play of Shiva and Shakti, Divine Father and Divine Mother. Yes, that is the Sri Yantra. The Sri Yantra has multiple levels, multiple layers. You can share the Sri Chakra also next. Okay, this is actually what you call Sri Yantra. Sri Yantra is called Meru Sri Yantra or three-dimensional Sri Yantra. Sri Chakra. So now Parashurama starts meditating on this Meru Sri Yantra. Listening to the glory of the Divine Mother, Parashurama starts crying. His eyes are full of tears of joy. His body is filled with the divine joy, listening to the glory of the Divine Mother. He is filled with the love for the Divine Mother. He starts crying. The joy starts oozing out of every pore of the body. He bows to Guru Dattatreya. Please understand, Sri Chakra Upasana or Srividya Rahasya has to be learned from a guru who has practiced it earlier. You cannot just pick it up from books and do that. You have to be initiated into Srividya Upasana by a master who has done that, who has practiced it. Srividya Upasana requires a rigorous practice, discipline. Only if you are able to take up the discipline, please take up Srividya Upasana. Otherwise, don't take up. But by taking up Srividya Upasana, you'll get the blessings of the Divine Mother. This is the Sri Chakra, Sri Yantra. So that earlier I told you, Meru Sri Chakra, the three-dimensional. This is Sri Yantra. It's typically it's done on a metal plate. So Yantra and Mantra together forms the Upasana of Devi. Yantra represents the entire creation. Mantra represents the consciousness of the Divine Mother. The mantra helps the spiritual seeker to unite the consciousness of Jiva with Jagannatha and Ishvara, to find that oneness in the Bindu. So Parashurama takes this Srividya teaching. Srividya initiation has been done to Parashurama. Shodashakshari mantra has been taught, and how to meditate on that Sri Yantra is also been taught. It's a great blessing to receive the Srividya Upasana from Guru. Srividya is the way to please the Divine Mother, to worship the Divine Mother and seek her blessings. Dattatreya feels blessed by the teaching of Srividya, and he goes to mountain and starts meditating Upasana of the Srividya. Tripura. Srividya runs the teaching of Srividya. What happens? The moment Guru gives the Srividya, Srividya mantra is the sacred mantra, sacred teaching. It removes the vasanas or impressions in you. The mantra and yantra, the mantra is the chanting, yantra is the symbol. Listening to that mantra and yantra from the master, realized master, who is realized in the Srividya Upasana, Bhagavan Dattatreya, Parashurama gets filled with the bliss. He salutes his Guru, and then he goes to a mountain. He goes to a mountain called Mahendra Mountain, and he does Srividya sadhana for 12 years. Intense meditation and worship of Jagannatha, the Divine Mother. Srividya Upasana requires a lot of rigorous discipline. You have to get up at Brahmi Muhurta, take a bath. Okay. Then you have to chant the mantra certain number of times. You have to do the puja in certain way. And then you have to meditate. Bahya Upasana and Antaranga Upasana. Inside you, the yantra represents the universe, where the Divine Mother is present in various forms. So you worship the yantra. Then your body becomes the Sri Yantra. The body has 6 chakras: Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Adna, Sahasrara. In these 3 chakras, Devi is present, Jagannatha is present. Meditating on Devi, worshipping on Devi is internally called Upasana, Antaranga Upasana, and externally is called Bahya Upasana. So Antaranga Upasana, Bahya Upasana, one who takes up with the rigorous discipline, very strict discipline, the lot of inner purification happens. And Dattatreya, Bhagavan Parashurama, spends 12 years in that meditation. He loses the sense of time. He enjoys that worship of Divine Mother so much. So it involves the visualization of the Divine Mother in various lokas. That's called Bahya Upasana. The Divine Mother in various chakras. It's called Antaranga Upasana. And seeking the blessing through mantra. So with these, there's a lot of purification happens. He does daily rites, daily pujas. 12 years have passed. Now, his previous vasanas and samskaras have gone. Now he is ready for Atma after 12 years. He is 12 years of Upasana has removed his vasanas and samskaras. And he is ready for Atma now. So this is typically the method of Vedas also. Vedas also I have told. There is a Karma Kanda, rituals. And then followed by Upasana Kanda or meditation. Then comes the Jnana Kanda. Normally, Karma Kanda or rituals and Upasana Kanda prepares a sadhaka for Jnana Kanda. Even the Parashurama received Jnana earlier from Samavarta. The Jnana didn't go into his head because the sanskaras and vasanas were strong. For that, when he meets Dattatreya, Dattatreya doesn't even tell him Jnana. He tells, do Upasana, get the blessings of Jagannatha. And he does the 12 years of sadhana, Upasana. There's the intense purification. Now, he is ready for Jnana. He goes to his guru master. And bows down to Bhagavan. Dattatreya says, Master, I was given Atma Jnana by Rishi Samavarta, the sage, enlightened sage Samavarta. I'm not able to remember anything. After doing Upasana of Jagannatha for 12 years, my mind has become clear. I am ready to receive, understand the teaching of Atma Jnana, the self-knowledge. And he also remembers, immediately after meeting Bhagavan Dattatreya, he asked clarification on teaching of Samavarta. And Dattatreya didn't tell him the Atma Jnana. He told him, go and do Upasana first. 12 years of Upasana has prepared me for Jnana. Now he is getting clarity. He says, I don't even understand how this world is functioning. How did this world come into picture? Where does it go? How does it move into position? Everywhere in the world, everything is uncertain. The whole world is nothing but full of uncertainties. The whole world is nothing but change. Change and uncertainty is the nature of the world. But still, the world appears to be going on. Everything is changing in the world, but still the world is moving on. It is very surprising. See, everything is changing, but still there's a continuity in the world. And in the world, everybody is a blind man. Like a blind man following the other blind man, everybody is rushing. No, we don't know where people are going. Everybody wants to go somewhere. One blind man wants to go behind other blind man. The entire world is trying to move something, do something. And he remembers his own example. He says, as a young man, I was very, very angry. Okay. And I went and destroyed all the Kshatriyas. I didn't even ask why I am doing this. And I got defeated by Rama. I got depressed. I didn't even know why I am depressed. I didn't even know why I am angry. I was just unconsciously doing all these things. In my boyhood or youth, I was living in an unconscious way, doing something which I thought is right, but I don't even know what is really right for me. People are doing everything for the sake of happiness. I also did it. I thought killing Kshatriyas will make me happy. No, it didn't. Everything what people are doing for the sake of happiness. Now, I am wondering, who is getting happiness? Because the person who is getting happiness himself is changing. Every moment, the person, what you call as person, he himself is changing. Who is getting happiness? and everything in the world is done for a result. What is the result? Result is the happiness. Everyone wants happiness. Okay, but I have not seen a single person who is happy after getting the result. He is unhappy again. He wants to do something else. Everybody wants to do something to get happiness, and I have not seen a single person who is happy after getting result. Again, he is unhappy and he does something else. Everybody is doing for some result. I don't know why people are doing like this. Okay, constantly you're looking for happiness in the objects of the world by doing something, and happiness eludes you. The doing doesn't give happiness. He is now becoming wiser. Who is that? Parashurama. His mind is now uncluttered. He says only thing which can give, I will say only action which can real happiness. If some action gives me real happiness, then I should not have anything to pending, nothing to do. Right? Something should make me ultimately happy. There's nothing else to be done. If I say I am happy, but I have to do something else, then that means it is not happiness. By doing what, I'll get ultimate happiness. Nothing else to be done. It's all the end of it. So, how does my sorrow disappear? And he says, the to-do list is there now. I have to do this, I have to do this. That itself is a big misery in life. I have to do this, I have to do this, because everything I have to do, because either I'll feel, by doing that I feel happy, or by not doing that I'll feel unhappy. So the list of to do things in life is a misery. How do I get rid of this list of to do things in life? How do I become free from some actions which has to be done to get some happiness? So now what's happening? He's understanding the limitation of the karma. By everybody in the world is running after something. Everybody wants something. Look at the world. The world is called world of life. The world is called business. The business of life. In life, everybody is running after something. The child is running after school, and the one who is graduate running after job. One who has a job is running after the promotion. One who has a promotion, he is running after the family, and one who has a family is running after children, and one who has children are looking for their retirement. Once who are retired, they are looking for health. The running in life never stops. It's like a treadmill. You are running on a treadmill. You have seen running on treadmill? In treadmill, you run every day, but you don't go anywhere. Life is like a treadmill. You are running every day. What are you running for? You are looking for happiness. Where is that happiness? So now Parashurama is really becoming sane. Otherwise, he thought by killing all Kshatriyas, he'll be happy. Okay, then he gives the comparison, the situation. The happiness in the world, no. He gives a comparison. Somebody's body is burnt. For his feet, you put the sandalwood. Does it cool the whole body? Whole body is burning. The whole world, unhappiness is so much. He put any happiness you get from the world is like putting a sandalwood on the feet, and the whole body is burning. How can he be happy? You see the example. In the world, we get little bit of happiness, whereas the whole body of us is burning with unhappiness. Right? And that person is told, okay, you are unhappy because you have to do so many more things also. he is burdened. Okay. Then Another example he gives. There is a person who had done a very good karma. Okay, for that good karma, he had to enjoy that Swargaloka, heavenly bliss. So he is in heaven, but because of his bad karma, one arrow has gone through his chest. He is shot with the arrow, bleeding. Then Swargaloka, all Vaibhoga of Swargaloka is there. All Apsaras, Gandharvas are dancing in front of him. What he'll enjoy, his heart is there's an arrow in the heart. So enjoyment of Swargaloka doesn't touch him because he's suffering. The pain is there in the heart. Can there be more description of happiness? The person is sitting in heaven. Yes, actually, this is what happens now. But there are many people who are very rich, very powerful. They're so unhappy. They have everything. Well, look at the car, the business, the bungalows. They're so unhappy, right? Even if they're sitting in heaven, their happiness will go. But there is an arrow paining in the heart. Does it apply to us? Examples are very graphic, no? Somebody's put a arrow has gone to the chest, and people, that dance, song, music is going on in the heaven. This guy, how can he enjoy that? And this is what happens now. You see many rich people, famous people. We think that there's so much of money, so much of name and fame. They're drug addicts, they're suffering, they're depression, they go through suffering. We see every day in TV and newspaper. Richness and joy doesn't go, doesn't, you cannot enjoy everything when you are suffering inside. And that person, even in the suffering, he is thinking of 10 more things to do. I have to do so many things. Because somewhere the hope is there. At least I'll get happiness somewhere. Then he says, thank God of the people. There may be some people who are happy without doing anything, who have become free. They are noble souls. They're fulfilled by heart. They're calm in their entire body. The whole body is peaceful. The mind is peaceful. They are remain in a state of bliss. For them, there's no action, nothing is pending, no action is pending. Everybody in the world, something is to be done to get happiness. For these noble people, and he speak of Gnanis or Jivan Muktas, who are free, who are blissful, who are not looking for happiness, but they have become they themselves are filled with happiness, bliss. A man is shot in the chest by arrow. Okay, and he has there's a garland on his neck. There's a the flower garland on his neck. There's a perfume in his body, but he cannot enjoy it because his task is to remove that arrow. So the pain, he can enjoy anything if if the arrow is removed. He says, it's a wonder. Is it possible to be in the world blissful without doing anything? Everywhere we are put a conditions apply. This condition, that condition. There's so many conditions for happiness. Can I be unconditionally happy? There are some people achieve the bliss and happiness in the world. Otherwise, this world is full of unhappiness, full of to-do list. Everybody has a big pending list of things to do. What is the difference between an emperor and a beggar? Please tell me. Okay. Beggar is keeping on searching for begging. For somebody gives 1 paisa, 1 rupee, he feels happy. Emperor is also searching for happiness. He is also looking for happiness. He is also begging for happiness. Both are emperor or beggar, both are begging for happiness. Is there a difference between beggar and emperor? Both are begging for happiness. Emperor feels happy if he acquires a kingdom, and beggar feels happy if he gets 1 rupee. Okay, but after that, immediately they are ready for the next beggar is ready for next 1 rupee, and the emperor is ready for next. So they are not satisfied at all. Everybody in the world is like a blind man following a blind man. He says, I also followed that, those people. I also did so much of mistakes in my life. Because I felt those paths will lead me somewhere, but I found they're not taking me anywhere. Then he says, Guru, oh compassion, full of compassion, you showed me the path of Tripura Rahasya, which gave me so much of clarity. Now please show me path of freedom. Then he bows down to his Guru. Guru is sitting in a lotus posture, Padmasana. He is blissful, and seeing this Guru, his heart melts. He prostrates to him. See here, when he says obligated duty, even the Upasana is obligated duty. Okay. Then he tells Guru, please tell me. Then he says, Guru tells, Dattatreya tells, see, Jnana was given to you by Samavarta earlier, but you are not in a position to receive. Now, after meditating on Tripura, after doing Srividya Upasana for 12 years, now you are ready for Jnana. Now I'm going to teach you the secrets of Atma Jnana. Listen to me. Self-knowledge alone can bring some peace and happiness to somebody. Listen to my teaching. So thus starts the teaching of Jnana Kanda. So tomorrow we'll take up teaching of Bhagavan Dattatreya to Bhagavan Parashurama. So in this, what has been done? In this chapter, the importance of Upasana is taught. Earlier is a Karma Kanda, ritual, right, in Veda. Then comes the Upasana Kanda or meditation, external and internal measure, that's meditation. So that external and internal meditation helps to purify oneself. And that purification leads to Jnana Kanda. So this is how even the Vedic knowledge is brought out in a beautiful way in Tripura Rahasya. For Jnana, our mind has to calm down. For that, Upasana is the way. For that, Karma Yoga is the way. Upasana or Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga is the way for our mind to lose the impressions. That's why whenever a disciple goes to the Guru, he gives them Karma Yoga or Upasana for purification purpose. Bhagavan Dattatreya gave Upasana of Srividya Upasana as a spiritual practice for Parashurama before giving Jnana. In case of some other gurus, they will give Karma Yoga. For example, when Devendra went to his guru had told him to take care of the cows in the cow shed. That's a Karma Yoga practice. So Karma Yoga or Upasana prepares your mind for Jnana. This is the teaching of Tripura Rahasya up to this point. Anybody has a question?
Guruji.
1 minute. Yes?
So Parashurama took 12 years to get the Jnana, but we are not prepared for the without preparation. We have come to you for Jnana.
No, that's why
without clearing vasanas.
yeah, vasanas get cleared when you do karma yoga service.
Okay.
Right. That's why whenever you have come to Gnana Yoga because of your vasana, some impression. So that's why I always prescribe some yajna has to be done, service has to be done. That's why I teach people Gnana Yoga, Gnana, what do you call it, sir? Gnana Yajna, participate in Gnana Yajna. That's how many people in my students participate in Gnana Yajna activity. The very process of participating in Gnana Yajna activity is a upasana and purification process. Either you do karma yoga or upasana or both. That's the requirement.
Thanks, Guru.
Okay. Anybody else has a question?
No question, Prabhuji. It was quite fantastic. Tumba chanagittu. Beautiful.
Yeah, Parshurama tells our own story, no? What if he is,
Yeah.
what see, we can feel a consolation. He is anyway avatar of Mahavishnu. He himself is going through so much of trouble. What about our fate?
Yeah, we are also avatars with more tamas, I think.
Right. So we'll take up tomorrow Gnana Kanda. Anybody else has any question? Vaniji? See, what happens is many of us get a doubt. Oh, I have attended so many satsangs, so many Atma Dana I have done, so many courses I have attended. Why still I have not got Gnana? The secret is here. The vasana impressions have to be cleared through upasana or karma yoga or both.
Yes, Prabhuji. Very beautiful discourse, Prabhuji.
Okay. It is from
Vasanakshaya is so important that we understand from this. And also that statement, the to-do list itself is a big stress giver.
No.
It never ends. That is a big eye opener.
Only when you are establishing Atma Dana, self-knowledge, your to-do list will end.
Yes.
Then you will have a to-do list, not for yourself, for the world, Loka Kalyana. But that's not a pressure, that's a pleasure.
Yes, Prabhuji. Very much.
And that you are giving us an opportunity. We are so grateful for.
Yeah. See, I understood the secret. Okay, this whole understood. Either you have to do upasana or karma yoga. That's why I tell my students, okay, do some participate in Gnana Yajna. That your Gnana Yajna itself will purify you. That's why every day morning I get up and start teaching people. Somewhere somebody gets an opportunity for Gnana Yajna. That's all.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Sheetal, any questions? Pratibha?
No, Gurudeva.
Okay. If there are no questions, we'll close for the day today. Tomorrow we'll continue teaching of Atma Dana to Parshuram by Bhagavan Datta.